Hello, hello, hello. Yes, I was muted. You gotta love that whenever I don't touch my settings at all and then they change on me. Fantastic stuff. Thank you for catching that. There we go. Now we're good. Hello, everybody. I'm BK. As I was saying, hope you guys are having a wonderful Sunday. This world is it's a little much. It's a little much. I mean, look at all that grass. That grass is making my computer freak the hell out for some reason. Not on your guys' end, though. Just on my VR headset. Well, you guys see nice, wonderful fields of green behind me. I'm seeing many stutters and artifacts in my vision. But stream looks like it's doing fine. Everything looks good on my end. I'm seeing green lights everywhere, so we're just going to go with it. Today, we're going to be going to a museum in VR, an art museum. That's right. And you should be hearing me now. So I'm assuming any other messages I see about being muted are fictional. Not just fake, but fictional. But we will be going to a museum in VR, and we will be looking at the pieces of art and evaluating them and figuring out what their names are. This is the said museum behind me. So, nonetheless, the name of this world is right there. It's right there. Look at how right there it is. It's so incredibly right there. The Nameless Museum. All right, here we go. Okay, so without further ado, let's go ahead and look at our first piece of art. Look at this. Look at this item. Look at this artwork. Artwork number 1 looks like a bunch of dots. There's a bunch of dots. I mean, they're pretty real for that. This is like one of those minimalistic pieces of art. Is that Braille? Braille doesn't have. I don't think you can do that with Braille. Like the dots on the top and the bottom like that. Like this, Braille is a 2x6. No, I can count. There's 6 dots total. It's 2x3 grid of dots. This would imply that there's more than that. And there's a really faint dot right here. I don't know how well that comes across for you guys. There's a really faint dot right here. So if I were, let me go grab a pen. There's pens over here. I'm going to choose this one. This one's a pretty cool one. Very orange. Orange is a pretty cool color. Hello, Astro. Welcome. You didn't see that? Here, let me zoom in. Let's see. Can we get the dot cam in there? How well can we see that dot? Here we go. There we go. There's a dot right. Look, it's right there. Look, the dot is right. Do you see the dot yet? It's right. Oh, shit. It's right there. There it is. See, it's real. The dot is real. It's in between the other dots. There's something afoot here. All right, so here's what I'm doing. Here's what I'm thinking. Wait. What's the name of the art? There's a name for art like this, not like this, but like if there's dots, I know there's a word for that type of art. It's like there's that one painting of the woman and she's holding the umbrella and there's like people like sitting outside. But it was like made by they didn't paint it. They like put a bunch of dots everywhere to make the painting. It's like pointism or something like that. It has some name. So I'm going to assume, this is going to be a bold assumption, I'm going to assume that this is probably like an S or something. I'm getting S vibes, or 5. I'm getting a vibe that it should look like this. And that this is probably an I. I think. Now this is a letter unlike any other. I mean, there's only so many letters in the alphabet. It could be an A. No, it can't be an A, because an A is like that. It can't be a B. It could be a B. It could be a B. Maybe. Maybe it's a C. I mean, like, what would you name this? I'm assuming the name is like whatever the dots make out. D, E, F, H. Maybe it's an O. No. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what this should be named. B as in BK. That's true. I'm so BK. I'm so incredibly BK. SI. Maybe O. Here's the issue though. There's like, I noticed too, there's dots in different, they're different, like textures of, value. That's the artistic word of putting it. You don't call it, when you're making art, if you're a real artist like me, I make art all the time. If you're a real artist like me, it's not darkness. It's called value. Because it makes you really value what's going on in the painting. Or whatever. I mean, you probably didn't, they didn't paint this probably. It's more like a dot-ing rather than a paint-ing. But it's the same idea. All art is the same except for the ways in which it is different. Psi? Maybe. Whoa, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Hi, BK. I am BK. Nice. No, you're nice. No, I'm BK. Okay, so what do we maybe, okay, this is going to sound like a crazy idea. You're going to say, BK, you're crazy. There's no way this is going to work. But that's where you're wrong. What if I follow it in order from like lightest to darkest, or darkest to lightest? Let me get the eraser. The big eraser for big mistakes. If I go darkest to lightest. I messed that up. I messed it up. Where's the eraser? I'm so good at going darkest to lightest. That's a letter. That's a letter of the alphabet. That's one of the letters, I think. You love visiting art galleries before the pandemic, but then your schedule got dominated by work. Now you're only able to visit digital galleries. I mean, there's a number of digital artworks and galleries that I really appreciate. This one, I've already taken a very short perusal of the items before stream just to check out what's going on in this world. There's a couple interesting things. Of course, this is more of a puzzle-oriented art exhibit, but nonetheless, there are lots of really cool VR stuff, and not just art, but like a lot of like shaders and stuff like that I think are really cool to make artistically as well. Would it be a G if I didn't connect it with the last line? It might be. It might be. Well, let's get the camera to zoom in on this so we can do some high detail analysis on this. All right. I think this next one's pretty easy. Darkest to lightest. This one goes like this. And this one, darkest to lightest. I think those are numbers. 6145, 6145, 6145. I gotta memorize that. Somebody write that down. Somebody write that down. Write that down. 6145. I'm gonna go. Hold on, where is pin number 2? Oh, there you guys are. We're gonna go over this way to our handy dandy naming apparatus. There's a bunch of letters down here. Hold on, let's get the letter cam situated. Look at all these letters. There's a bunch of letters. Now when it said 6145, do you guys think... I'm thinking that it's like the index of the alphabet. So 6145, that would be... If I can hold still for a second, there we go. Get my little pointer out. 6 is an F. Not 2 Fs. 6, 1, 4, 5. Fade. That would make sense because the dots were like fading in and out. Let me just take that text real quick. It's in my hand somewhere. Where'd it go? There's an E. There's a little part of the E right there. Just a little bit of it. And we'll take this back with us. And they really make this whole camera thing difficult when you're holding items. I have the word. It's in my hand. We will put it back where it belongs. Think here. There we go, that's it. It has the name right there. It's Fade. What a beautiful work of art. Let me get that pencil out of there. And that eraser. Now that right there, that is art. Whoa, it's BK. I'm so BK. Hello, bird. You guessed that, Fade? Yeah. All right. Now we got to go on to artwork number 2. BK jump scare. All right. Next piece of art is... Oh, there's a bunch in here. Let's take a look at this thing right here. No, not that. Thank you, camera. Really appreciate it. Talk about this. Oh my god, it zoomed in too much. We have what looks like to be a bunch of cookies and tea. I don't know, what's the British word for cookies? Biscuits. Biscuits. That's the word. That's the word. I'm so good at saying words. I know every single word in every language. Like BK. There's a big thing of tea here. There's a spoon. There's a spoon. This will probably be important at some point, I think. And it looks like there's those cookies. Biscuits. You can't really do much with them. Now, if I were to name this artwork, I'm not exactly sure what I'd do here. Is there any tea in the cup? There is tea. Hold on, let me get the tea cam set up. Look at this beautiful tea. There's so much tea. Incredibly large amount of tea. And the crackers that are kind of in a weird spot. Maybe there's something to do with like the 1, 2, and the 3. Wait. Tea. Hold on. I need camera 1 for this. This camera 1 is my thinking camera. I can only think with camera 1 on. T has 3 letters. Somebody fact check that. T has 3 letters. So maybe we rearrange them with the number of the cookies. So the first letter, no, the second letter of T is E. The third letter is A. First letter is T. Is eat? Eat? That would be huge. What am I doing? I'm naming pieces of art. I have to figure out what the names of all these pieces of art are. It's very important. Without me taking the time out of my Sunday to name all these pieces of art, people will just wander into this fictional museum and they'd be very lost. They wouldn't know what to appreciate. I misspelt the word eat. You guys wouldn't know because it's off camera. And I will return with the well-earned word. All right, is it going to stick there? Yes, it did it. It did it. I'm so good at naming art. I'm so good. It's eat. Because you can eat the crackers. The biscuits. It's the biscuits. All right. These biscuits look kind of they look kind of stale. They're like saltines, very stale saltines. It's kind of disgusting. Let's go over this one over here. Well, I'm waiting on you guys to come over here. I don't know what's taking you guys so long. Oh, there you guys go. There you go. Took you guys long enough. This piece of art. We have what looks to be a little squiggly thing. It's a little squiggly thing with an arrow there. And there's just a bunch of text. It's normally, I would assume that when you have something like this, you're writing a letter, you'd say, "Dear so and so, my dearest BK, I love you." It's not filled paperwork. No. This paper is not working. This paper is broken. It's paper broken. Dear, but I'm assuming this thing right here is like it's a little loop-de-doo. It's an arrow. So maybe you flip it backwards. Dear backwards is R-E-E-D. Read. Read. No, it's R-E-D-E-A-R-E-R-E. There's too many letters. There's four letters is too many. We need to get rid of all the letters, all the words that have more than 4 letters. There's too many. Simply too many. D-E-A-R-R-E-R-A-E-D? Maybe it's just R-E-A-D. Maybe it's just read. Because you read something. That would make sense. I think that would make sense. Let me go type that in. Real quick. R-E-A-D. E-A-D. Read. I don't know. This world is Japanese. I saw like the description for it was in Japanese. Maybe they don't know how to spell. It's it. See, it worked. I told you guys. You guys didn't want to believe me. Is a rock or a pair of scissors? No. Maybe one of these days I'll be able to invite The Rock to stream, though. That would be a cool stream. I mean, it's pretty cool with me here anyway. All right, let's see. Next piece of art we have is... There. Boom. Art. Now this piece of art. Looks like we have an arrow going from here all the way around to there. Loops back on itself, I guess, and then out to there. Something like that. They're cooking something like that. I'm assuming. I mean, look at the number of dots. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I can count. That's 12. That's 12, right? That's 12. It's a quarter of a quarter. A fourth of a lucky penny. What makes a penny lucky anyway? You just like, you find it on the ground and it's a lucky penny? To me, that seems rather unlucky to me because somebody had to have lost that penny. So aren't they trying to get rid of pennies anyway? Because they're worth more than it cost. No, they're worth less than it cost to make them. So it's like, why are we using them anymore? Moon. You know what the loops on the top left are about, though? It's my lucky penny, not theirs. That is true, but that means luck is relative, right? Is it really lucky if it comes at the expense of someone else? There's much to think about. We're getting too philosophical. Art's not supposed to make you think about things. If it does, it's broken. Maybe indexes into letters again. So let's just say that's 1, 2, 3, 10, 11. 3 C. 3's the letter C. The 10th letter of the alphabet is A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. I think we screwed up. I think that's... Maybe it's supposed to be I? I is 9 though, right? I is the 9th letter of the alphabet? Your good luck can be someone else's bad luck. Yeah, but like... I just want the net luck in the world to increase. It's J. It's the J. 153. Where'd you get 153 from? It's free real estate. No, I'm BK. Maybe you start here and then you add how many dots? So you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 dots over. 7th letter of the alphabet is A, B, C, D. E, F, G is G. And then you go all the way around. So that's 12 or 24. What's the 24th letter of the alphabet? 24, 24, or 12? 12. Well, 10 is J, K, L. I don't know. I feel like L is kind of spooky. X is 24. I don't know, G, L, and then 1 or 13. This doesn't feel right. This does not feel right. There's got to be something about this. How many more different things are there that have 12? There's 12 hours in a day. There's 12 months. Oh, maybe it's the months. Maybe it's the months. Okay, if it was the months. See, I don't like how it like kind of loops around this instead of making a straight line though. Maybe it's an artistic choice. 12 months. January, or do they start down here? January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November. No, because this is March. M, April, May, June, July, August, September, October. October twice, MOO, and November is an N. Moon. It's moon. That's a moon. Whoever said moon at the beginning, you earn 100 BK bucks. Assuming this is right. If it ends up being like not moon, then you minus $1 million. This is what it's like in BK's America. No, not moo. I want moon. Let's see it happen. Yes! That's what I'm talking about, baby! Let's go! Let's go! We did it, gamers. Yellow moon. It's just moon. It's just moon. What about the doodle on it? I think that was just telling you that it's like a circle and it goes in that order, like the months. And the moon is kind of like it happens once a month. 28 days, lunar cycle, right? I don't know. Science. All right, now let's go back. Over this way. That's right, guys. Nope. Hi, I'm BK. We're going to go this way, over to this artwork over here. It's very, very faint, which is very unfortunate. But we'll see. Boom. This is very, very difficult to see. Ads have interrupted your BK viewing experience. This is so sad. Back to YouTube you go. Welcome back. Welcome back, gamer. It's a moon pie. It's been forever since I've had a moon pie. I never really liked those anyway. Like, I don't know. Anything that's kind of like the marshmallow-y type stuff, I just don't like. Like, what the hell even is a marshmallow? You look at a marshmallow. There's nothing natural about a marshmallow. At no point did nature have any say into what a marshmallow was. It's purely a man-made monstrosity. The solar system, I do think of that too. It's really faint. It's really faint. But that's their artistic style. That's their artistic choice. It's not. I don't have any say in that matter. I'll let them express themselves the way they want to. Nothing natural about BK. What do you mean? Well, according to the Protogen lore, I am 40% natural and 60% mechanical. Okay, so maybe you're wrong. They grow in marshes. That's a lie. That's a lie. You were sent into my stream by Big Marshmallow to shut me down, weren't you? Anyway, we're back to our regularly scheduled art. I think that's the sun. I think this is not the Earth. The Earth is not second. Venus. V. The Earth is E. VE. What's this one? Isn't that E? Isn't that Uranus. Got him. Stop colon 3ing in chat. No colon 3. This is a colon 4 household. Colon 4 only. Venus, Earth, VEU, Neptune, VEUN, Saturn, VEUNS. I don't think that worked. I don't think that worked at all. That's not a word. That's not a real word. We'll make it a word. I'm gonna make my own dictionary. There's gonna be a lot of words in it. There's gonna be so many words. Like this one, whatever this word is, we're gonna have it in the dictionary, in the BK dictionary. There's the sun. I just don't understand these planets because it's Mercury, Venus. But why is this one yellow? Why is that one yellow? Many are asking this. Many are asking. What was the planet that's not a planet? Is it not just Venus? V-E... Oh, is Neptune the furthest one out? I thought it was Uranus. You're right. You're so right. Because Venus is the one that's golden. That would make sense. I'm so good at letters. I'm so good at space. Would it be a bad time to say that I did the I was like back in high school I did like a competitive science competition and I made it all the way to state. I'm not really doing a very good job of living up to those expectations. Here we go. Venus. Oh, you guys can't see over here because you're too focused on what's going on over there. You guys gotta look over here sometimes, you know? There you guys are. Venus, is it Venus? Is it Venus? It is! There we go. We got the word. What does Venus mean in the BK dictionary? It's like a pretty cool planet. It's like kind of over there. It's kind of over in that direction. That's what it means. All right. And now onwards we go. Oh. I think I broke the simulation there. Ignore that. Ignore what happened there. There is no better place to live in besides BK land. Let's go over to this painting over here. This one seems pretty cool. This one's a more exquisite one. This one's more the this one's like a Picasso. It's like hold on, I know the word. Postmodernist. There you go. We're doing so many art terms today. So many works of art. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. My very educated mother just served us nachos. Then mnemonics. I don't believe in mnemonics. No, how do you say that word? Whoever put the letter M and the letter N next to each other in that word? They were crazy. You know what? I respect that. But mnemonics, I do not believe in mnemonics. I believe that if you're gonna memorize something, you gotta actually memorize it, so that way you can forget it as soon as you like, forget. This one speaks to me. Looks like Morse code, but I don't want Morse code. I want less of it. I'll be here all night. So, the lines in here are really speaking to me. You see how they're like horizontal and vertical? It's just like an XY axis on a graph. It's really exploring the idea of like, what if this is all a simulation? Like, what if this is all virtual? Like an entire like virtual reality that I'm living in. That would be crazy. That would be nuts. Hello, Foxcar. You're welcome. How are you doing? So if I were a word, and I were in this painting, where would I be? I'm kind of getting vibes that like these, you see how there's these negative spaces in the, that's another art term, like positive and negative. It's also a math term. All artists are mathematicians, by the way. The positive and negative spaces, I think they took the positive spaces of like the letters and squished them together to make the artwork. So I think if you take a look, like right here, this looks like the letter H. This looks like an H. H for not BK. What kind of puzzle is this? This is more than a puzzle. This is a work of art. And I have to figure out what the name of it is. I think this is an H. This looks like it could be an E. A P here, potentially. P for potentially. Another E here. Maybe instead of like doing it from the middle out, I should just, start from the beginning of the word. That would be pretty smart. That would be very smart. This word here. It has, not word, letter. It kind of looks like an N. Or an R? Or a K. No, it's K. Is it a K? K, E, P, E, H, T. Kepet. That's not a real word. That's not a real word. Oh, no, wait. No, it's an R. It's an R. It's an R. Because look up here. This is like R-shaped here. R, E, repet. Repeat. Yeah, repeat what? Repet? I'm just messing with you guys. Yeah, repeat. Where the hell is the thing? You see the A now? It looks like an H, though. It's very H-shaped in nature. They should make repeat into another puzzle. Like repeat 2, that would be funny. And slap that bad boy on there. There we go. We did it. It just repeats. Regret. No, it's not regret. It's repeat. That's the name. All right, now let's fly on over to another piece of art over here. How's about this one? I'm flying through like all the walls to get over here. There we go. Now this one looks like a bunch of bones, like a skeleton. Like we discovered some dinosaur bones and unearthed them. Yeah. It's pretty blob-like in nature. Skeleton. Why do they call it a skeleton when there's only one of them? Whoever invented the English language they did a terrible job. What do you mean, shadow? Do I have a shadow? I do, that's crazy. When BK sees his shadow, that means there's what time is it? Let me check. That means there's an hour left of stream. That's what it means. That's what it means. It's a long-lived BK tradition. Can't even see my face. Look. I'm BK. Look at how BK I'm being right now. I'm so incredibly BK. The bone shadow spells out shadow. That's incredibly self-referential. How can I trust that? I don't trust meta things like that. Let me evaluate this. That's a coincidence. That's not real. I'll try it for your sake. That has to be coincidence. There's no way. There's no way. Shadow. How do you spell shadow? If only there was somewhere where it was spelt out. There we go. It worked. It is shadow. You can kind of see it from that direction. Wait. Can I get the camera to look at it at the perfect direction to make the artwork itself say shadow? That'd be kind of cool. This is shadow there. I love the free-flying camera on here. It's so incredibly good. Look. Oh. It says shadow. That's crazy. See, that's what you were supposed to do the entire time. You weren't supposed to look at the shadow. You were supposed to look at it from the top down, right? All right, here we go. Next one. This one right here. So, it looks like we have a bunch of mountains. There's green crap on the sides. And it's dripping. It's wet. It's a very moist painting. You would have thought by now that it would have dried out, but I guess it's a relatively new artwork. Or maybe there's a leak behind the painting. You know? I should probably get that fixed. I'm looking at that leak. It stopped. There's one water droplet. One that was 4, right? 2, 3. 1, 4, 2, 3. That's the number of water droplets. 1, 4, 2, 3. Top-down RTS games. They should make like a top-down RTS BK game. I would play that. Volcanoes. But I think it's the number of drops. It was 1, 4, 2, 3, right? 1 is A, 4 is D, 2 is B, 3 is C. That didn't do anything for me. Or maybe it's Morse code. No, they wouldn't do that. Would they? Would they? That would be too crazy. I don't know any Morse code. There's a lot of letters in Morse code, like just as many as there are in the alphabet. And I think the alphabet has a lot of letters too. It is 1, 4, 2, 3. 1, 4, 2, 3. It can't be Morse code because there's no sustained drops. That is true. That is true. A fjord? Fjord is such a fun word to say. I love that word. Unless they're all dots. That is true. They could all be dots. Much to think about. 1, 4, 2, 3. 1, 4, 2, 3. It's not indexed in the alphabet. So then what could it be? What could it be if it's 1, 4, 2, 3? Could it be these mountains somehow? And does something to do with the painting? 1, 4, 2, 3. I don't know. There's not like scrambled letters or numbers or something somewhere. I don't think. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm gonna look at Morse code just in case. I'll pull up one of those Morse code translators. By Morse code translator, I'm gonna find a JPEG on Google Images. I put translator, but I didn't put Morse code. I was very disappointed in those results. Very disappointed. It's EHIS. Whoa. EHIS. Yeah, but maybe there's dashes at the end, right? Because they put like dashes at the end. So maybe it's dot dash, maybe it's A. 4 dots. No. Maybe it's just dash. Maybe it's dash, which is T, and then dot 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 dash, which is V. No, nope. That's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. There has to be more going on here. There has to be more. They get lighter colored across the whole thing. That's what you meant by the sustained drops? Yeah. It could be. I don't know if you guys noticed this. I did see there was a letter. There's been letters in like corners of the room. Corners of the rooms. Like, let's take a look at this. Take a look at this. That's right. We're using camera 2 for this stuff. There were these. See, look. A. Are they different shades? I saw that A earlier, and there was one in this other room, too. There's a K. There's a C. I thought this first room had one. Oh, there's an A. And they are different colors, I think. There's not... Oh, but there's more than 4. There's more than 4. Never mind. We'll ignore that. I thought I was onto something. I thought I was being so smart. Thought I was going to save the day. But I didn't. You saw the C earlier? Oh, wait. Maybe... That's actually a genius idea. Check this out. Maybe it's the C. That's genius. No, I have no idea. I'm lost. I'm confused. That's a river BK. No, it's not a river. It's a very long ocean. It's very narrow and it's very long. That's what it is. It's the sea. All right. Now let us see. I wouldn't be surprised if the name of it was Drip or Drop or something along those lines, because, you know, given that's kind of the theme of what's going on in that corner. Maybe there's something down there. Maybe there's a leak down there. Let me just, you know, phase through the ground real quick and check. Oh, there's nothing down here. It's kind of disappointing. Boop. What do you mean, wait? Is that the answer? It's a 4-letter word. Let me go over here. River? Oh, maybe we have to think about the things in the picture, and that's a 4-letter word, and it's like the cup of tea. River, ocean, landscape, picture, mountain. I got nothing. Are the letters different shades? Because you notice the gradient on the mountains going from dark to light. Yes, but there's 5 letters. There's 5 letters. Let me count. Let me go over here to make sure. I'll turn on camera 2 for your enjoyment. Look at this. A for not BK. No letters here. A. There's an F there. See, we didn't even see the F earlier. K. A. B. Wait. B. K. That's me. That's me. That's crazy. Okay, I love this puzzle now. Never mind. This is the most best puzzle ever in existence. And we're back with this painting. This is super out there. Maybe it's the first 4 because 1, 4, 2, 3. I don't know. That's right. I can just sit on air. That's like one of the advantages of being me. I can just do stuff like this. Let me sit here and ponder this painting. 1, 4, 2, 3. Like, what do you call this? What is this called? What is this thing called? I mean, I guess that's what the puzzle is, but I mean, like, what is the is there a 4-letter word for what this thing is? And there's those peaks. P-E-A-K. If I do 1, 4, 2, 3, that's P-K. That's not going to work. That's stupid. Why would I ever think that would be what the name of this is? Why would I ever think that? But what is... Maybe we come back to this. Maybe we'll let this sit on the brain for a little bit, you know, like ferment like a nice aged wine, and we'll come back to it. That may be 1, 4, 2, 3, because there's 1 river, 4 peaks, 2 sides of the river, 3 year. Yeah, it doesn't work. What if it's... I don't think so, Fox. Sorry. Water. It is water. Water. All right. Let us go look at a different puzzle. It's over there. Man, you guys are bad at finding this puzzle. Look, there's an E there. E! It's the number E! Look at that. That's like a letter R, kind of. We'll think about it. We'll think about what this letter is. Actually, it'd probably be better to do it like this. There we go. Perfect. Now this painting has a bunch of stuff on it. There's water here. Am I good, BK? I'm the best BK that there ever was. E! A weird K. It is a weird K. It looks almost like an R, but it's half an R. With a really, really short bottom part. And there's like these... There's an S that's drowning in it. There's the letter S and it's drowning in the R. It's kind of sad. I feel sad for that letter S. So S, but there's 3. Those aren't O's. They could be O's, but it looks like it's drowning, or it's sinking. It's sinking into half of the letter R. It's an R with a haircut. It's more than a haircut. It's an R with a freaking lobotomy. Straight up decapitated. Just watch it be sink. It better not be sink. Okay, so what does this mean? What does it mean? What does it mean? What does this mean? If I stare at it long enough, it'll things will come to me. I will think so good. R. There's an S in... Watch it be sink. You know what it is? It is sink. You know why? Because it's S in K.
Baba Booey.
It's S in K. It's S in K. That's what it is. So true. Now, if only I knew how to spell that. I hate typing in VR. I feel like VR would be much more popular if we figured out a good way for people to type in it. Rather than, like... me looking like a dumbass trying to type like, oh, well, I gotta click all the buttons with my laser pointers. That's how I'm typing. Nobody types like that. We need if somebody can figure out user interfaces in VR, VR would be the future. Everyone would be here. Everyone would want to be BK, but I'm BK, so they can't be BK. They'll have to be someone else. Map of roads around a lake. I don't think so. Ooh, what is this? What is this? Let us wander over here. There's the mystical cube. Whoa, look at that. Check that out. Check that out. Whoa, we'll come back to that. We'll come back to that one. But for now, let's consider the following. This thing. I said this thing. There we go. It's very low to the ground. It's a very short artwork. Hopefully we'll make short work of it. User interface would be so much better than laser point typing. Yeah, I want to like type with my hands, like, but I can't because you don't have. There's no such thing as a keyboard. I think there's some people kind of working with the finger tracking to do that, but I don't know. I don't have anything to try that out with, so I can't knock it until I try it. Evolution. It would be evolution, except like, why is it tiny dog and then big dog and then middle dog and then big dog? It's not a dog, it's a wolf. It's like reverse evolution there. Like the dog got dumber. That was where humans domesticated it. And then at this point on is like the future, like when the dogs take over because they get like super hyper intelligent because of like AI and shit. This is scary stuff. What's the smallest unit of wolf? It's bark, of course. Here's what I'm thinking. 4 letters of the word wolf, 4 different sizes of dog. So if W is the smallest one, that'd be W, L. Okay, maybe W isn't the smallest one. Maybe it's the other way around. Maybe F is the smallest one. Maybe it goes F, O, L, L, O, W. There we go. That's a word. That's a word. Follow. Just like how you should follow me on Twitter and YouTube. Make sure to subscribe and ring the bell and post and share and go exercise and sleep well tonight and eat your vegetables. This has been a public service announcement. So how do you spell F O L L? Come on. Dude, the letter L is so tiny. Check this out. I can't click it because the letter L is so tiny. Look at how tiny the letter L is. Like, who made the letter L and was like, what if we took a letter and made it really tiny and narrow and hard to click? Oh, there, it went. Never mind, I'm just bad. Because I think I was clicking on the left half of the letter. No, I'm just having a skill issue. Oh, now I have to retype it because I hit the freaking cancel button. It's alright. We're getting there. We're getting there. Fall low. Boom, there it is. Let me just bring that back over here. Oh, geez. My foot is in the wrong spot. Oh, there it is. We got it. We got it. My foot is like 6 inches higher than where it should be. I guess it fell asleep. I guess your feet just fall asleep in VR sometimes, and this is how they fall asleep. I have to calibrate real quick. Don't mind me while I T-pose on you guys. Boom. Oh wait, the tracker is just not having a good time, actually. Hold on. That's weird. Let me see if I can turn off the Mac on again. There we go. Oh, there we go. Boom, I'm back. I survived. You guys miss me? Tracker problems is so real. Screw Twitter. Twitter. What was Twitter? Scary. I didn't mean to scare you guys. I didn't mean to scare you guys. Sometimes I gotta peel back the curtain for a little bit. I gotta peel the layers of the onion back. I gotta, slice the cake open, as they say. Metaphorically, metaphysically. And I gotta fix some issues. Alright, next one. Boom, you guys are going on an adventure. Whoa, a little too wild of an adventure. Over to this very, Very tall artwork. Very interesting. Too tall almost. Because I can't get it situated. There we go. This one's really up there. Scary. Also ignore the fact you didn't join my Discord until a bit ago. Wow, how am I going to ignore it now? Anyway, there's a bunch of colors. Now, if I were a gambling man, if I were a puzzle kind of guy, I would kind of assume that because there's 5 letters in the word black, and there's 5 rectangles up there, that there's kind of a correlation there. Like 3 letters in the word red, and there's 3 blocks down there. Not saying that there's anything going on here, but like, there could hypothetically, potentially, be something that's going on there with that. So BLACCOLOR. Color. That would make sense. That seems like a fitting name for this artwork. It's just one of the more beautiful ones. I would purchase this one for myself if I could. Too bad I exist in a plane of non-existence of virtual reality. Color. Here we go. I have the word. Boom. Now that is art. Now finally, for the big kahuna, the one that looked so cool it was worthy of being on the thumbnail for the stream on YouTube. This guy. Look at this guy. Get a load of this asshole. Get real? BK isn't real? I don't know. I would say I'm not necessarily real. Not really integer either. I'm more like complex. You know, there's a lot of layers to BK. Like, just look at me. Look at how many layers of like metal and shit are on me. Complex number. Rubik's Cube is missing a corner. Yeah, somebody ate the corner of this Rubik's Cube. And there's there's like connections and shit in there. Whoa, 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 you didn't see me phase through the ground there. That didn't happen. I didn't mean to break anyone's willing suspension of disbelief. I'm sorry about that. This is quite the piece of art. It's quite the work. So how many cubes are there? There's 3 times 3, which is 9. Many claim that's supposed to be 9. Times 3, which is 27. Minus 1, which is 26. Do you know what else has 26? You know what else has 26? The number of letters in the alphabet. This could be huge. This could be huge. If we find the starting point of the alphabet, because I think maybe this is what the connections are, is telling us which way to go with the alphabet. Oh, jeez. Where does this even start? If I were in the alphabet, where would I start? I think I found it. I think I found the first cube. It's this one back here. Hold on. This calls for the extreme BK cam. Now you guys are gonna have to prepare yourselves because this is gonna be very extreme. Boom. Point of view, you are now BK. This is the extreme BK camera. Extreme. All right. So I think this is cube 1, 2. So this is probably the end of the alphabet. So if I follow this backwards, it'll take me to the beginning. Potentially. Goes in there. Comes out here. Because I'm going to believe that most of these are at the beginning of the alphabet. It's going up there. Around this way. So this is the first cube. I'm going to believe that it starts with the letter A. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H I J K L. K L A and C. K L A and C. K L A and C. You think I'm already BK? I'm so incredibly BK. But you guys are BK now. You get to experience what it's like to be BK. But you're distracting me. There's letters. There's 4 letters. C L. No, A C L and K. LACK. Lack? Because it's lacking a cube? Potentially. That would be huge. That would be life-changing. Can finally break free of the museum if this is right. All right. Is it going to work? Yes! Yes! That's it, baby! We did it! Wait, you can't see me. You can't see me celebrate. This is an issue. Let me fix this. Ba-da-ba. Bop. That's what I'm talking about, baby! We did it. Oh, thank you for the raid, Generic Purple Progen. What'd you just get done streaming? Is this what it's like to be BK? That's what it was like to be BK. For those of you who are just joining from Generic Purple Progen stream, which if you're in my stream and you haven't seen Generic Purple Progen stuff, you should go check them out on YouTube, on Twitch. We are in a museum in VR. And all of these works of art have names. Unfortunately, they have been erased with time. It is up to us to find the actual names of these artworks. We are advancing. Factorio must grow. Factorio is a scary game. If I ever played Factorio, I would probably not leave my computer for the following week. I know that game will break me. I will be stuck there eternally. I would starve before I'm able to free myself from its vice. You got to go, my Generic Purple Progen. The name for that one is Rubik's Cube. We had just finished this one. Let me explain this one real quick. We just finished this one. The way that we finished this one, we looked at the number, looked at this Rubik's Cube thing. There's 26 cubes in it. Well, there's 27 in 3x3x3, but there's a missing one, so it's 26 cubes. You know what else has 26? The alphabet. 26 letters. And they're all connected, so if you follow them the right way and you letter them A, B, C, D, E, F, I forget what comes after that one. And you look at which ones are orange, that gave us the letters L, A, C, and K, which is lack. And that was the name of the artwork. Do I know the number of persons? I do not know. It's art. This is art. This is peak art. I love art. Now, I think that is almost every single artwork in here. Oh no, BK disappeared. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Oh no. What are we going to do without him? There's one that we have yet to solve. And it's this one over here. That's right. I don't know why you guys are still looking at that one. We already finished that one. Come over here. Come on. Come on, guys. And you guys are being really slow today. Jeez. This one right here. This piece of art. What? I'm BK. This piece of art has a name. We've not named this one yet. We've not figured out the name of it. Now, if I were a guy who were naming pieces of art, I would say, like river or ocean or some other boring name. But there's these drips down here, and I think these drips are telling me something. They're trying to communicate to me. The drips have voices. But if you look, take a look at the drips. Take a look at the drips. There's one drip there. 1, 2, 3, 4 drips there. 1, 2 drips there. 1, 2, 3 drips there. That's a bunch of water. They should probably get that fixed. But I think that's code for something. What is it code for? I have no idea. 1423. Yes, that was the code we had earlier. It's 1423, but I don't know what to do with those numbers. I was thinking maybe because there's peaks back there, it was like they indexed into peaks. So you take the first letter from peaks, which is P, the fourth letter, which is K, but there's no word that has the letter P and then K. Somebody should fix this. Do any of you guys work at the dictionary company? Do any of you guys work at the word company? If you could like invent a word, a 4-letter word that has the letter P then the letter K, so we can put that in there as like a valid word, that would be awesome. But 1423. How are we going to figure that out? 1423, 1423. I'm thinking. I think it might be those letters. I think that it's those letters now because we've done every other puzzle. I'm pretty sure. So let's take a look at those letters, numbers, letters. Let me take you guys with me. Let me put you guys inside my head and show you guys what it's like to be BK. Boom, we got the extreme BK camera. Back online. See, there was a letter right here. That's the letter. It's the number E. 2.718 for those of you keeping track. We have an A. Oh, E, A, E, A. No, they should make it BK. F, K, A, B. And then there's one back here too. So there's a B, C. I think it might be because they're peaks. We got to look at the ones over that way, right? Because these are kind of like the peaks, and those are kind of like the valleys. B, B, C, K, B, C, K, A. B, C, K, A. But it's 1, 4, 2, 3. B, A, C, K. B, back? Back. That's a word. That's a word. That's a word. I invented it. I made it myself. Yes, back. Back. They're saying back. Beak in chat. Back. Nobody steal my word. I made that word myself. I'm copywriting that. If you said that in chat, you owe me royalties. I can't spell. Why can I not spell? B, A. Come on, I got this. I got this. C. Where's the letter? Where's the letter? What's the letter? What's the letter? K. Back. I have the word. We're so back. We're so back, besties. No, it's not working. It's not working. That's not the right word. That's not the right word. It's not going into the sign. My disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined. I got scammed. You're a worker at the dictionary? Can you fix this? Can you fix the words? The words are broken. It's not back. Somebody said leak. I do like leak. Maybe leak. We take leak, and then we do 1423, which is L, K. No, that doesn't make any sense. You'll try. You invented the word, and you stole the word. I'm going to take it back. It's leak. People keep saying it's leak. Okay, I'll try leak. I'll try leak and see what happens. L, E, A, K. Enter. Here we go. Leak. It is leak. Why is it leak? Is it just because it's leaking? It's kind of sus. I don't trust that. I don't trust that. I think that's everything in the museum, though. I think we've done every single one. This one was leak. This one was sink. That one was clever because it was S. There's a letter S in the letter K. S in K. Get like sink. Yeah. That one was good. That was a good one. Shadow, because the shadow spelt it out. We did the cube. We did the color one. We did the dogs. This one only had one. It says repeat. This one is so much more obvious when you look at it from a distance. That how it says repeat. Any other ones that we're missing? I think that's every single one. Yeah, we did all those, and there's no other ones in here. Unless there's any in the super laggy grass portion out here. I think that's everything. The pipes are rusty. Leak was the word. Oh, there's a thing out here. There is a geometric entity. What is this? What the hell is this thing? What? There is more. The geometry. We must examine the geometry. Okay, you guys are way the hell over there. That's fine. The geometry. I don't know what to think about this. Oh, it says completed over there. If you guys can look in the right direction, see it says completed. But is it really? There's more. This is like the post-game content over here. Back squared. What does it mean by back squared? There's a lot of grass. I look like I'm in a Porter Johnston video. I love Porter Johnston, favorite musical artist. What is that? I've become art. I'm a work of art. I'm beautiful. Look at how beautiful I am. Back squared. And there's a diamond. Back squared. What does back squared mean? Wait, we had back in the thing in the other room, remember? We tried to put it back in that other painting that we tried earlier. So I think maybe it has something to do with that. So hold on, let me put you guys back inside of my brain. Just ignore all the weird thoughts in there. I'm BK, I'm BK, I'm BK, I'm BK. That's my subconscious. Because remember, it said B, and then there was an A. There's an A over here. B-A, and there's a C in the other one, and there was a K. But the letters on this side, because there's a bunch of letters in these corners too. There's an E. There's an E. C. E, C, F. A. E, C, F. Face? That's a word. That's a word. Face back. Face back. This is back squared. Maybe that's what it's going for? Of course, I probably should have typed it in before I went over there. I am curious, though, if I do a little loop around this thing, like what kind of goodies it might be hiding. If there's anything cool back here. That'd be really cool if there were cool things back here. It would be really not cool if there weren't cool things. What's around the corner? Oh! There's nothing. Wait a second! I just realized something. It's a rhombus. The geometric thing has faces. This building is a rhombus, but like flat. Because like you can fold it up and stuff. That's the secret. Because if you fold it, we're back at the entrance. Because if you think about it and you fold it up, you fold the corners up. This would be, let's just assume that the bottom is, if the bottom is here and then you fold it up and it goes, it folds. Wait, how many rooms are there in a row? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 rooms in a row. How do rhombuses work? It's not a rhombus. It's a, what's the word? You gotta fold up the rooms and then smell something. Hi, Sniper. I'm doing the puzzle. I'm doing the puzzle. I'm in a museum. There's 6 rooms in a row. And they fold up to make that shape. But how do they make that shape? Oh, because it can wrap around that way if you like put it on its side. Okay. So what am I going to do about this? What am I going to do with this information? This is A. Are these letters going to be next to each other? A, F, E. That's going to be far away though. Oh, this is causing me to think too much. This is going to make me think too much. Triangle, triangular, dodecahedron. No, dodecahedron is 12. Or maybe it's 20, I forget. You thought I was just literally naming art. Well, yeah, I got to figure out what the names of the art is. Like, you can't just like look at an art and be like, well, I'm just going to name it this. There has to be some sort of pattern or meaning to it. Why would anyone make meaningless art? Psh, what is this? Some sort of like postmodernist stuff? Back squared. Can I put my head in there? I think that was incredibly disrespectful to the art. Back squared. I'm just going to try back face and see what happens. Building. You can absolutely look at art and just name it. No, you can't. That's not how art works. I've been to a museum once. I tried it. They kicked me out. It was very sad. Let's do B, A, C, K, F, A, C, E. This is a really long word. This is like incredibly long. Longer than all the other ones. I hope this is it. No! I was like this close. And by this close, I mean like it didn't work. Two-faced. Can't be two-faced. It's probably just face. That's true. It might be just face. Let me try just face. Just face. J-U-S-T... no, I'm not. I'm not going to do that. Sorry. I'm just going to put face. There we go. Face. What is back times back? Back 2. Is this a puzzle world? No, this is art. This is art. If puzzles were art. But face. Yes! That's what I'm talking about, baby! Oh, hold to grab? Wait, no, that's just that. Okay, what do I do now? Is that it? Did I win? I think I named every piece of art there is. I don't think there's any more pieces of art. I'm a piece of art. No, I'm BK. Alright. Let's see. What is the time? Alright. I'm gonna go to a different world that doesn't cause me to lag out half the time. On my end, I think for you guys it was good for most of the time. But, where's my camera at? My handy dandy stream camera. Oh, it was way the hell out there. Hi, I'm BK. We're gonna go back to my home. My home, which is a cube. Which you combine that's a cube. That's it. That's my cube now. I'm gonna take you guys back there, and I want to show you guys some cool puzzles I did this past weekend for the MIT puzzle hunt. It was actually kind of crazy. It was kind of crazy. All right. Back to the cube I go. Whee! You guys beat me there. That's not fair. I made a rhyme! I made a rhyme! Dude, do I get bonus points? Twitch should pay me double every time I make a rhyme. That'd be crazy. Dude, I have so many more frames here, it's crazy! Absolutely nuts. All right, welcome to the Cube. I'm your host, BK. So, yesterday I had the honor of doing the pleasure of doing a puzzle hunt. That's the pre-hunt for the big MIT puzzle hunt. It was a short hunt. It had 12 puzzles in it, and I think some of them were rather cool. So I want to take some time and show you guys what those cool puzzles were. So let me pull these up. You're using me as a dictionary word. That's pretty cool. All right, where's the puzzle button at? Oh, there we go. There we go. Based. You got the BK and the I'm a quarter as important now. And if only I could find my game capture select window. Is it really going to do this to me? God, this is incredibly stupid. It's not going to capture the window that I want. This is so sad. Alexa, play Despacito. Hold on. I can fix this. I can fix this. Display capture. Blah, 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 window capture. Window capture. Ignore that. Ignore that. That's behind the scenes. Ignore that. Okay. That's not the one that I want. There we go. This is the puzzle hunt that I did. Yeah, you got the behind the scenes look of what really goes on behind my brain. Boop, 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 boop. Where am I? Where am I? Can I reappear? BK tries to appear. There I am. Hi, everybody. I'm BK. Hello. Anyway, this is the first puzzle, the puzzle hunt. If I pull up the actual web page itself, I can go back to MIT Mystery Heist. So, yeah. Let's heist. There were 3 different sections to it. First section was this handy dandy one here. They had this whole like theme where you're trying to heist a bank and you're trying to put together a team in this first part to go heist the bank. The first person you want to join your team is Benny. And for this puzzle, you were given a variety of things, including... Wait, let me move this up here so I can see my stream. Come on. Where? There it is. There is my window. Boom. Come on. Widescreen. There we go. Wow, it's being incredibly stupid right now. By the way, I did not plan this out in advance. I'm just ad-libbing this whole thing, which is why it's a little rough at times. Actually, let me green screen myself. Let me just green screen myself out, because I can do that. I can afford to do that. Boom. Boom, where BK is in the puzzle. Whoa, that's crazy. How do you do that? How do you do that? It's impossible. Whoa. I know, try to keep it together. But yeah, this was the first puzzle, the puzzle hunt. This was one of my favorite puzzles. You were given this thing. Now, if only I could figure out how to make it a little bit wider. Oh, this is huge. Look at how I can resize the window. What's panoply? I have no idea. I have no idea what a panoply is. Sniper probably knows. This is the first puzzle. This one was a really good one. Let me... Control plus. Control plus. I love zooming in on things in Windows. You were given this flavor text. Benny Candy likes everything, food, money, and of course his partner, Nadine. When asked his favorite letter of the alphabet, he replied all of them, but there's one thing he values more than anything else. And you were given these sentences you had to complete, a bunch of words in this funny grid. Panoply is a complete or impressive collection of things. Oh. The weird filter is making the words hard to read. That is so true. We can fix this. I love my weird filter. Unfortunately, it has to leave temporarily. Filter. Boom. Uh-oh, BK in 4K HD. Whoa. But yes, you have to fill in these sentences. Now, first thing you probably think is you have a bunch of words, a bunch of blanks. you can match the words to the blanks. You're like, okay, yeah, I can match the words to the blanks. How's a good way to do that? Because it's kind of hard to do. Well, you were also given this handy dandy PDF here and a bunch of these pictures. A bunch of these triangles. What you could do is you could cut these out, and these actually made weird little funky pictures, which I can actually pull up what they looked like right now. Create an image, browse. Where did I put that image? Many are asking this. Might be in downloads. Should be. There it is. This is what those pictures look like when they're really zoomed in. That's what my carpet looks like. Transform, fit to screen. This is what those pictures looked like when we glued them all together. So you had, I mean, it's kind of hard to tell with this resolution, but you had stuff like a butterfly flying past Don Quixote. That's what that is, apparently, because there's a windmill there and stuff like that. You have a floating face there on the bottom next to a bunch of quartz objects. Just a bunch of weird stuff like that. And using that information, you could fill out these sentences to match those pictures. Because again, there's the fish, the bubbles, the butterfly. There's Don Quixote in there. You can make those sentences that match those pictures. Cool. You have those words filled into the blanks. You have these fancy numbers in those blanks as well. What do you do with the numbers? Well, of course, they go with characters. And then, you take the first character, take the second character, take the third character for each one, and it spells out a sentence. I forget exactly what the sentence said, but it said something along the lines of redo the images, but with the results from the skyscraper. Now, skyscraper, what the hell is that? That's this fancy puzzle right here. It's the type of logic puzzle where you're given these numbers on the side, and that tells you how many skyscrapers you can see from each of those numbers. What is a skyscraper? Well, a skyscraper is a number between 1 and 4 that tells you how tall it is. So, and you can only have one of each type of skyscraper in each row and column. It's kind of like a Sudoku kind of thing, where you're filling out the numbers 1 through 4 in this grid. Now, the really cool part, the part that I thought was really cool, is once you solve this puzzle, you fill out the 1, 2, 3, and 4 on this grid. You took, because there were 4 sentences here, if, for example, this top left corner up there, where my hand just got cut off, was a 1, you would take that corner from the first picture. And then, if this corner was a 2, you'd take that square from the second picture and you'd re-glue those pieces of each of those original pictures that I showed you guys. These ones, re-glue them, and they would form a new image, an image that looks like this. Can any of you guys guess what this is? I'll give you 10 BK points. All right, put 30 seconds on the clock. Forward bias. Ba 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 ba. I'm BK. I'm BK. Okay, so Super Mario related, yes. You saw the butterfly? And why does it look like Boo? I saw the Boo and the butterfly picture too, and I was like, what the hell was it? But yeah, if you look at this picture, you see the Boo, and you see the T. What is it? 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 Booty. It's booty. Booty is the word. And there's 5 blanks on the bottom there too. To key you in, it's a 5-letter word. Booty! And that was the answer to this puzzle. Did you really solve it from just seeing the Boo on the wing, and then you were like, okay, it has to be booty? That makes me sad. That makes me upset. There's a lot of effort that was put into this puzzle. This was one puzzle out of 12 that you had to figure out all those steps in. This is what a puzzle hunt is like. It's excellent. I love them. It's booty. That was the first puzzle. Second puzzle. How many of you guys have played Connections? All the sentences were pangrams. Yes, that was the other fun fact on that one. That previous one, all the sentences were pangrams because in the beginning it told you he liked every letter. And so every letter showed up in each one of those sentences. You want the points? You want the points? You get a billion points. I don't know how to give you points. Just like think about how many points you have. Like just add 100 to it. How many of you guys have played Connections? This was a puzzle based on connections where you had to group the things together in each one of these grids. I'll go ahead and pause there if you want to take a guess at what the connections for this one is. Don't worry, there's 4 of them. No, not Connections. Why are you sad about Connections? The one was cute. I love that one. I love that one because I was like, what the hell is going on here? There's a 1-letter answer. By the way, these are supposed to be the number of letters in each of the categories that you chose. That you figured out what the connections were. All right, you guys are taking too long. You guys are too slow. I'm just going to go through them. So, first one up there, 4-8. That one was NATO alphabet. NATO alphabet. So you saw what are the letters of the NATO alphabet? It was Ontario. Was it Ontario? No, it was Quebec. Quebec. India. Victor. And Oscar, I think. I don't know. I don't have to be guessing these anymore. This is not my problem anymore. I've already solved this puzzle. Okay, this is my favorite category. Category 2, the 1-letter category. You know what the category was? O. Because look at this. Look at this. Oxygen, what's the abbreviation for oxygen? It's O. Omicron, what Greek letters that represent? It's an O. A hug, you know, when you write XOXO, hugs and kisses, a hug is an O. And where's that last one at? 0. A 0 is pretty close to an O. This category was Willy Wonka characters, because he had all the children that, like, you know, were brats and then freaking died. Veruca, Augustus, Violet, and Mike, if I remember correctly. And last but not least, you probably guessed this one over here. Canadian provinces. There's a bunch of Canadian provinces in there. Saskatchewan, Manitoba, Ontario, and wherever the last one is, Alberta. Dude, I saw an ad the other day on Twitter that was like, sign this petition so that way the US can buy Alberta. I was like, oh man. I thought we were going to buy Greenland first. Let's start with that one. All right. Yeah, unfortunately, Greek alphabet wasn't one on there. Create 4 goes 4. All right, I'll give you some time to look at this one before I spew a bunch of freaking answers. You want more oil? They probably have a lot of oil out there. I don't know. That's like a really flat, boring part of Canada too, so I don't know why you want to buy that. Like, at least like choose one of the coasts where there's like interesting things happening. What do they have in Alberta? Isn't that where Edmonton is? Are there any other major cities in there? This one was harder. You did it last. This I felt bad about this one. Now that you say it's the harder one, because I was on a team of 3 doing this, and the one that was the most inexperienced at the puzzle hunts did this one of the 4 connections that we were doing, and me and the other guy finished the other 3, and we came back to him, and he had like a category, and we were like, "Oh, what's taking so long?" Oh, But yes, this one is a very interesting one. This one I blank out a little bit on because I remember getting two of the categories. First one up here, sports teams is one. You're right, but it's a very specific type of sports team. It's this category right here, 3-5. It's blank teams. If you can guess the blank. Yeah, I also hate it that they had flame and flames. They're so real for doing that. But it's NHL teams is what it is. Because you have the Jets, you have the Sharks, right? I think. I forget. You have the Flames, and you have the Pinnacles, I believe. I forget. I forget what it is. Oh, Sniper, correct me on this one. I don't remember which one exactly it is. I do remember top category, top one up here. This one was the easiest one for me to get. Purple, Olympic Flames. Or Olympic blank. Olympic blank. Because you had Olympic Flame. It's over there. It's not over there. It's over there. Olympic Flame, Olympic Games, Olympic Stadium, and Olympic Village, which is over there. And then the other two, what were the other two? The puzzle said to make 4 groups of 4. It is 4 groups of 4. Oh, that's what it was. This one had the national parks. The national parks, because there's Glacier National Park, Mammoth Cave National Park, which I've been to both of those. Glacier, I think Glacier's actually the one that's on the bottom border of Alberta. Because I've been to that one. I went to Glacier National Park. It's in Montana, and you can go across the Canadian border, and the Canadians have their own national park up there. That's really pretty. It's like called Queen Elizabeth or something or another because they name everything up there after their queens and kings. Nature contains 5 of these. It's 4 sets of 4, and I forget exactly which one. I can actually, you know what? I can pull up. Because we did this in a little workspace. I can pull that up so I can make sure I'm not saying bullcrap. Google Sheets. Here it is. We are in the connections one. Here we go. So NHL teams was Sharks, Predators, Flames, and Jets. National Parks is Voyagers. I've never heard of that one before. And I've been to a lot of national parks. So one of the cool things, if you ever go to a national park, is they do a thing where at every national park you can get a stamp and you can make your own little stamp book of every national park. I have one of those. It's really cool. I have like half of all the parks in the US in the National Park Service, which is I think there's 300 total in the US. I'm at like 150 or something like that. And the last one is extinct animals. Extinct animals, which is the 7-7 down here, which is your thylacine, cymocyon, desmostylus, and proconsul. So there's all the ones that you can't frickin' pronounce. Just assume that they're dead. Probably because nobody could pronounce them and therefore not care about them. Is it a dinosaur? Yes. They're all, I think. I don't know. But that was puzzle number 2. Now let us go on down to puzzle number 3 of this puzzle hunt. I'm looking at the wrong window. Here we go. Create 4 groups of 4. Again, I'll give you guys some time to think about these things. While you stare into my eyes, while I stare at you guys while you think about these puzzles, if you care to guess what the connections are. No, I don't think that one's right. I think that one's wrong. You should probably erase that and try a different one. Proconsul's a primate. More like a dimate, because he's freaking dead, dude. They sound like chemicals. They do sound like chemicals. Google says otherwise, though. I said, I'm zooming out. Whoa. Whoa. Maybe that was a little too far out. Things that fly. Things that fly. There you go. That was this one right here. Let me double check my cheat sheet. Things that fly. That was this one right here. Things that fly. The blue one. Which is your kite, your bat, your drone, and your mosquito. But you know what? I'm going to do this. I want to be big. And I want to take up the entire screen. So it makes it easier to point at things. There we go. I love this for me. I'm taking steps to improve my life. Now I'm a little too big. There we go. But yes, things that fly, you had the bat, the mosquito, drone, and the kite. Yay. Top one there. This was probably the hardest one. The purple one up there. I know I'm getting a bunch of lag all of a sudden. That was kind of crazy. Maybe I shouldn't sit over there. I think whenever I sat down over there, everything went to shit. I'm going to stand over here. There we go. That's much better. The purple one there. I can't read chat. Pinnacle, Pascal, Piccadilly, Psy. No. They all start with the letter P, but that's not the category. Purple one is blank circus. Like a flea circus. Flea circus. You have Monty Python's Flying Circus, like one of the most iconic like comedy television thing in history. Should watch it if you're really into comedy and like care about the history of comedy. I know it sounds super nerdy, but look, I might be a little nerdy. That might be true. And what was the other two circuses? Oh, Piccadilly Circus, because that's a thing. I didn't know that until yesterday. And what was the last type of circus? I did Flea Circus, Flying Circus, Piccadilly Circus. Oh, a media circus. Of course. Anytime a politician does something crazy, it's a media circus. But yes, oh no, an ad. You love Monty Python? Monty Python's so good. The last, or no, there's still two more. Units of Pressure was another one, because there's Bar, you have Psi, you have Atmosphere, and you have Pascal. What was the last one? Weird Things That Fly. Oh, the last one was Peak. Or it could have been High. We weren't sure. It didn't really matter in the end. We said it was Peak because we had Acme means pinnacle. Apparently, for some reason, there's Apex, Pinnacle, and Summit, which all mean peak. The Holy Hand Grenade, yes. I love Monty Python. Anything Monty Python did was so good. Oh, the older stuff was better than the newer stuff, I thought. All right, moving on to the next set of puzzles. Or the next set of connections, rather. Again, I'm looking at the wrong frickin' window. I need 3 monitors, I really do. All right, last one. This was the last set of connections. They had to guess the categories for. I'm gonna get out of the way. There we go. Look, see, I'm gone. Bye-bye. Is this a funny? Hello, I'm BK. What's up? What's going on? You at the show. Yes, the show is good. The movies, their movies are good. But yes, this was the last set of 4 connections that we did. Point of view, I'm BK. This is probably much better to do it like this. There we go. What am I doing? I'm showing off the puzzles I did during the puzzle hunt yesterday. And I'm allowing people the opportunity, since this is connections, you can kind of do it on your own. So I'm pausing a little bit so that people can like look at it and try to think of what they think the answers are and participate a little bit if they see any connections. Oh no, we're posting the holy hand grenade. Kind of abstract, but flap, flies, lift, and wing. Kind of. I think that's where they were trying to trick people, though. The lift and flies, I believe, were... Actually, that's 3 different categories that those words were in. So, that's kind of way out, but that you fell for the trick. You fell for the trick. But yes, this one... Go ahead and talk about it. I'll do the top one first, which is probably the easiest one of them, is Roman gods and goddesses. Because you have Ceres. That's one of them. Aura is another one. Apollo is another, and Flora. So there you go. Roman gods and goddesses. The next one, 5215. 5215. What is that? Oh, parts of a plane. That's what it was. Parts of a plane. You have the flap. You have the tail. You have the rudder, and you have the wing. Are all parts of a plane. So, I mean, you kind of think like, oh, you're picking things up that feels kind of like parts of a plane. I can see why there's confusion there. This one was Lord of the blank. So that was Lord of the Flies. Lord of the Manor. That's the thing, apparently. Lord of the Jungle. Originally, I thought this would be King of the Jungle, King of the whatever, but it has to be Lord of the Flies, because that's a book. That's a book. Lord of... Yes, we're doing connections. And I don't know how long you've been on the stream, Pi, but this was connections for a puzzle hunt, so there's going to be more nuance to just doing the connections. And then Lord of the Dance is apparently a thing, too. I didn't know that until yesterday. All right. Last one is go holy hand grenade somebody else's stream. We've already got thoroughly holy hand grenaded. What? A puzzle hunt. You'll see what I mean. It's a bunch of puzzles and you got to think outside the box. Last one was, what did we say that one was? That one was kind of the more abstract one. Elevate is what we said. But like picking things up, lift, you hoist something, you boost something, you raise something. They're all ways to elevate something. But that was the connection. So you're like, okay, so you found out what all of these categories were. What do you do with them? Uppies. That is true. That is true. Uppies would fit there. What you did, you solved all of these puzzles. What's the point? What's the point in finding all these connections? Why would you do that? Why would you waste your time, waste your Sunday afternoon doing this for an hour? Because what you really need is an answer to what this puzzle is. You gotta look, how did they make their connection official? That's a good question. He proposed. So you gotta think, how do you make a connection official when you propose? Let's think about that while we look, because we did 4 connections, which means we had 4 sets of 4 answers. Maybe we could use all of these answers as a new set of connections puzzles? Perhaps. But let's look specifically at what the answers for the purple ones were. I'll go back through them again. 1 was O. 7 was Olympic blank. 6 was blank circus. 423 was Lord of the blank. You know what fits with all those categories? All those things I just said? Hello. What fits with all those categories? Rings. Lord of the Rings. Olympic rings. That wasn't Olympic rings, sorry. This was circus rings. Or ring circus. This one was Olympic rings. And then an O is a ring. So how did he make his connection official? Here? Rings. That's how he made it official when he proposed. And that was the answer to the puzzle. It was rings. That was the answer. Did I read the first letter of all the categories? I did not. Was that supposed to spell out something too? That's how we got it. We just like we're trying to do connections with the other stuff. And then we were like, well, the only one that makes sense is rings, and rings fits with the answer. Okay, let me look at that then. So if you were to take, because I won't be able to show you guys, but if you take the first letter of all the categories that we found in those answers, it spells N-O-W, now, D-O-N-N-E-C-T, connect, P-U-R-P-L-E, purple. Now connect purple. Okay, I see. I don't know. I've always assumed that like when you have the puzzle hunt puzzles like this and you're given the answers and the answers are like the same, like set you up for redoing what you did earlier, that you just do it again. That's kind of a pattern I've noticed. You rarely have to guess stuff. Yeah. All right, so that was the second puzzle. That one was also really good. Third puzzle in the puzzle hunt. I don't know, I'm going back all the way here every single time. Rover's escape plans. So you were given this guy. This dude, this man. He says, Rover's logicked out, getaway routes all across town, and he's ready to take the crew in straight lines from start to finish. And you were given these puzzles, which now are actually correctly formatted. When we first started the hunt, these were... there was an error on the webpage, and these were kind of scrunched together. You were given all these logic puzzles and these sayings, like Rover rids himself of evil influence as he drives past a psychic. Rover avoids the smell as he drives past a farm. He experiences harmony as he drives past a Zen garden. He resists cravings as he drives past the confectionery. And then he gets a glimpse of the critters as he drives past the pet shop. And you're like, okay, so like, what the hell am I supposed to do with all these grids and stuff? What is going on in this puzzle? What are they trying to tell me? Because these are obviously some sort of logic puzzle, some sort of grid puzzle, but like, what type of puzzle are they? Well, what we did is we were kind of looking at these letters around the outside, and we noticed that those were anagrams of words. We didn't notice this one at first, but these lower ones, this one spelt out corral. This one spelt out yin yang. And I think we got this last one down here, I noticed spelt out Slitherlink. What the hell is Slitherlink? Slitherlink is the name of a logic puzzle, specifically in Japan. And so that was the logic puzzle rules you were supposed to apply to solving these logic puzzles. So this one was a Slitherlink puzzle, so you used the Slitherlink rules to fill it out. This one was Choco Banana. So you use the Choco Banana rules. I don't know why they call it Choco Banana. That's kind of a funny name for one. Snake Link, yes. Hey, BK, I am BK. Brain hurt, yes. This one like destroyed us mentally. Especially because the other two people I was with haven't really ever done logic puzzles before. Chocolate is rectangular and banana is curved. I guess... That's such a stupid way. Okay, so like with the Choco Banana, where did the thing go? With Choco Banana, the rules are is you're supposed to fill in the grid. The numbers tell you how many spaces, or you're supposed to fill in the grid with black and white squares, right? The numbers in the spaces tell you how big that black area or white area is supposed to be. But the thing that makes it Choco Banana is the Choco spaces, which are the spaces you color in black, have to be rectangular, and the banana spaces, which are the spaces that are white, are not allowed to be rectangular because they're curved. Bananas are curved. You definitely are confused. It is so Sudoku. It's not quite Sudoku, but the company who invented Sudoku invented most of these other puzzle types. And again, there's a yin yang puzzle, corral puzzle, and there's a I forget the name of that one. This one has a name. But apparently what you were supposed to do too is I noticed the names of the puzzles also tied into these like little lore bits that you had. Because like this one down here, You avoid the smell as you drive past a farm. The word that you got out of this puzzle was corral. So corral at a farm. Experience harmony as you drive past a Zen garden because this was yin yang, etc., etc. So you solve the puzzles. Now what? Well, each of these yellow squares, which is kind of the weird thing because you're filling each of these out with like black and white stuff. The yellow squares were either black or white as a result of each of these puzzles. So you're thinking black or white squares, ones or zeros, right? This is clearly a binary message that they've encoded this puzzle. In this puzzle, how do I get the right sequence of ones and zeros? This is where we were stuck for like an hour. Turns out when he said he's ready to take his crew in straight lines from start to finish, what you were supposed to do is you were supposed to take the, if I come over here, when you spelt the word out, you had to go from straight lines as you spelt it out, and that would go over the yellow squares. So this one spelt corral, so you went from the C, you do a straight line up to the O that crosses through a square, to R, takes you through another yellow square, go up to the other R up there, that takes you through that yellow square, and then to the A, takes you through another yellow square right there, and then down to the L, takes you through another yellow square. And that's the order that you're supposed to look at the yellow squares in to see the order of the ones and zeros. And that's what spelled out the message, which the message for this one was, I forget what it was. It was ghost. That's what it was. So it was kind of interesting. What about Sidecar's Blueprint was another interesting one. Another interesting puzzle. So this one, they gave you a word search, and they told you find common words of 4 or more letters. Here was the cool thing about the puzzle. Like, you can see, like, there's the word state up there. I come up here. There's state right there. Here's the thing that you're supposed to figure out. Is based off of the text they gave you at the top, Sidecar gives the crew their directions before every job. Which direction is state going in? It's going to the right. So it's not state. It's east state, or just the letter E for east. It's east state. It's estate is the word. And so estate matches up with property down there. And you just repeated that for the different words. Another good example was, let me see if I can find another one. You have STING, right? Sting, and it's going to the northeast. I don't know if you can see sting there, but it's there. It's there. Trust me, guys. It says the word sting, and it's going from the bottom left to the top right. It says sting. This northeast, so it's NESTING. That's nesting. Yeah, Holly, West Holly. So W Holly, which is holy. Yeah. Then that was another one. So holy. And that one matched up with fully. What were you supposed to do with this information in the end? That was a good question. Also, they kind of fixed this to make it better. Because we were struggling when it had 2 blanks. We thought you had to insert 2 letters for each thing, not just 1 letter. But what do you do with that information? Well, these boxed ones down here that I'm standing on, they're really nice to stand on, by the way. They're very soft. You took I believe it was the first, or you indexed into those letters, those words down there. So like when it says pasta 6 out of 6, that meant it was a 6-letter word, or you take the 6th letter of a 6-letter word. Games 1 out of 5 means you take the first letter out of the 5-letter word. You did that, you got this set of letters. It was SPIH, which backwards is HIPS, hips. But if you do it backwards, that's to the west. So it's WHIPS, which is whips. Which is pretty cool. That was the answer. Whips. So it's just a word search? Yes, that's all it was. It was a word search, but you had to add the letters at the beginning. That's all it was. You had to add the letters at the beginning for which direction you were going in. That's the only part you really had to figure out. All right. Didn't work. All right, so last one, which was you had to combine the answers of all the previous puzzles to get a new answer. It's connections, not connections. We already did connections. It's code names. If you haven't played Codenames before, because I haven't, and every time I see anything Codenames related, I have to ask somebody for a 5-minute explanation of how the thing works. You take these cards on the bottom, and you have a topic, and you're supposed to cover up the words that match that topic. But it's like a game, and you do a bunch of other stuff. But that's the important part of this, is there's a topic, and you have to find all the words that match that topic. So like the first word that we found, that first answer to the puzzle that we found from the first puzzle, because we're using all the answers from the previous puzzles, was booty. So which of these match with booty? This was my favorite category, by the way. The ones that match with booty. Well, pirate, right? Because they're like, arr, me booty. And the other one, a peach, right? Because like that's what the emoji that everyone uses to represent ass, right? Is the booty. Yeah, booty. Pie's got it. So it's category 1. So we those go into category 1. Category 2 was, God, I forget what it was. So when we did this too, we accidentally had the answers to the puzzles out of order, which made this much more difficult. Rings. What rings? Wedding rings. Any other things that ring? Bell that rings. What are the other things that ring? Oh, onions. Onions ring. Saturn. You had peach rings. Why did you have peach rings? Nobody. That's so silly. That's too silly. What did you think? Because of that video. This is my fault because of that video. Which video did I do? What did I do? What did I do wrong? With the peach rings. I've done too many videos that I don't remember what the peach ring bit was. I forgot. That was the next category, was rings. Next one is whips? No, it's ghost. Next one is ghost. This was the one that we struggled with. I don't know, because it's kind of hard to tell like what goes with ghost. Was it ghost? No, sorry. Ghost was first, and then it was rings. Sorry, Ghost was first with the category 3. Sorry, Ghost had the category 3. No, I'm just getting them all mixed up. Okay, we got these categories mixed up. Long story short, rings was supposed to have 5 because there was nose rings as well. That's what it was. So this one was rings. This one was whips. What are the things you have? Whips, horse, whip, leather, whip. What were the other two? Oh, strike. You can strike someone with a whip, and a pistol whip. And then, ring or ghost was sheet, wherever it is, death, and soul. Yeah. So, okay, so, like, you can match the cards to the categories. What the hell does that do for us? Like, why would you do that? Because there's no other information that we're given. One of the things that we thought... I didn't send you this one, but you sent me the video. I see. So, we had covered up the different categories that matched to those words. So we covered up the cards, and it looked a little bit... I wish I had a pen in here. Is there a pen in this world? There's not, unfortunately. But the ones that weren't covered up was this one. This one, it kind of formed a diagonal that looked a little bit like an arrow. And so for the longest time, we thought it was like an arrow, like pointing or pointing to strike. It's because it said all I had to do was make contact, so we thought it was strike maybe, or look, he's pointing up here. So maybe the arrow is significant. No, we were wrong. You know what you were supposed to do with that information? Look at the column index, and row order. Why did they not just say order for both or index for both? I don't know. Actually, I do know. Because what you're supposed to do with each category was there was only one per row that matched that category. And so you were supposed to take the order that they appeared in the rows, matched up with the indexes that you needed in that order to take away from that word from the puzzle. Like, for example, I know this sounds confusing. For example, consider the first category, the 2 category here. The category with 2 cards, that was booty, which remember was pirate and peach. So you go from top to bottom in that order. Peach appears first in column index 1. Column 1. This is column 1. I'm in column 1. The first letter of booty was B. Come over here. The second one that appears, row order, is pirate. It's in column 5. The 5th letter of booty is Y. So we have BY. The first word is buy. And if you repeated this process for each category, you got the saying, by swiping right. And that was, how did he attract such a committed crew? He swiped right on them. Because apparently he's using Tinder. And that was the answer. You can see that we kind of messed up the spelling there on one of our answers by shipping right. We were a little bit confused, but then we finally realized that we can't count. But yeah, that was the first half. Puzzles are hard, but they are fun. That was the first half of this craziness. Second half had some interesting puzzles. Interview questions we struggled on with a bunch of incorrect answers, but this one was interesting. So this one was like, he's going to an interview, he has a bunch of questions, and the questions are really, really out there. How many potato chips have been consumed on the campus of MIT since its inception in 1861? If you can get this correct, I will give you 100,000 million billion BK bucks. Can't sound. No sound. How many drops of water are there in all of Europa's oceans? But you get the point. They're all exceptionally... They're all math problems, but they're all really, really shitty math problems with really big numbers. Or not so big numbers in the case of what is the combined age and years of all the authors of this question. Except I don't know who wrote this question, and I don't know how old they are. But the thing is down here is you had what is log-based... What too big? At least 50 million? Yeah. Something like that. A bonus question, what is log base 10, where x is the answer to each of the previous questions? That was basically the hint, because what you were supposed to do is you did the calculations roughly to figure out what these are supposed to be by just kind of guessing. Like if you really wanted to guess like how many drops of water are in Europa's oceans, you could say, oh, well, Google, let's see what NASA has on how big Europa is in the ocean. So it says, oh, the total volume of water on Europa is 3 billion kilometers cubed. All right, well, you can convert that to milliliters and then say that there's like 10 drops in a milliliter, and then you get an answer of like 4.5 times 10 to the power of 25. Or 45 with 24 zeros after it. Now, the important part was the times 10 to the 25, because that 25 represents the 25th letter of the alphabet. So you could repeat that for each of these questions. And now some of these were much harder than others, like how many grains of rice have ever been consumed in Asia? We had no idea where to begin with that. Some of them are easier, like how many bank robberies are there in the US since in 2024, that last one there. That one, I mean, you just look up 2023 and assume it's the same, right? So we ended up getting like LIC at the end by doing that process. Yeah, it's a Y. Yeah, if it's the 25th letter, it's a Y. But, you know, bank robberies, there's like 1,000 or so. So that's 10 to the power of 3. So that's the third letter, which is C. These last three ended up being LIC. So we thought, oh, because based on the other answers, we were kind of struggling with them. Oh, LIC, it's a high pressure interview, like your blood pressure. It has to be diastolic. No, that wasn't right. It turns out it was hydraulic. Another pressure word. But yeah, that was my least favorite one because you had to guess so much. I don't like guessing. Guessing's not fun. I want to do logic. I want to do stuff. This was an interesting one. NOLA. You have the story. Papa Finster had Rover driving all over MIT Tropolis to gather supplies and make preparations for the heist. The to-do list reminded him of one from his last job in New Orleans. Maybe the post-heist celebration could be similar as well. So this puzzle, you're already given the hint New Orleans. He's in New Orleans, and the name of the puzzle is NOLA, which is the abbreviation for New Orleans, Louisiana. Given this funky thing of pictures, and then you have this to-do list of things. Buy a gadget to ensure the team doesn't oversleep. Acquire fabric made from jute to fashion loot sacks. I don't know what the hell these are. Well, we kind of started like going into these. Some of them really stood out to us. Like number 9 down here. Purchase decorative doodads like those weren't at Chotsky's. That's an Office Space reference. I love that movie. Office Space, such a good movie. That's the flair. You gotta have at least 15 pieces of flair. Otherwise, you're just not trying. Anyway, so yeah, we knew that was flair. And we thought like one was like an alarm clock. This number 5 there, Sweet Flag, is like actually turns out to be it's like some sort of plant, and it has a name that I forget. And stuff like that kind of stands out to us, but we weren't sure how that connected with these pictures up here. Till we realized that all these answers that we were finding had the letters LA in them. Like Louisiana, because we're in Louisiana. Like alarm clock or alarm, ALARM. Or the second one is a burlap. It's burlap. It has LA in it. Jazz. That's what I was thinking too. Is maybe it was a jazz thing. Decorative doodads. That was flair. FLAIR. So what were you supposed to do now that you found LA? Well, what we figured out is you're supposed to remove the LA from each of these. So alarm became, instead of ALARM, you remove the LA from there. That's just arm. Burlap, if you remove the LA from there, it becomes burp. And you can see, oh, well, there's an arm on the left there. There's somebody burping over there on the right. And you just do that in order, and you get each of those pictures for each of these things. Now you know which pictures go in which order. Then you just connect the dots in that order, and it spells out a thing. Which if you read from the arm, I can go over there. Like you start at the arm, and you drew a line from the arm to the burp. It spelled out the, and then it went from the burp to the advanced wars lady down there. I think it was Sami is her name. The answer, and then you kept on doing that, and it said like the answer is Cajun food. That was the answer. The answer is Cajun food. Was what it eventually spelled out when you connected all those dots. That was a decently good one. I think this was one of the coolest ones, but also one of the easiest ones. This one, they gave you another PDF that you could print out, and it looked like this. You had these symbols up here, and you had This thing. Cajun food is always the answer. I don't know. I don't care for Cajun food. I was all Cajun food out because all we would do, all my family would do growing up back in winter was we'd go and get crawdads all the time, and I would burnt the hell out on that. But yeah, it's kind of sideways, backwards. They just gave you this PDF, no instructions besides this. What were you supposed to do? Well, I saw this and I kind of instantly recognized it from. Do you remember back in school those the paper fortune tellers? Food is always the answer. You guys are always hungry. Why are you always hungry in chat? Do you remember the paper fortune tellers? You guys either get it or you guys are like, what the hell is he talking about? It's like the things you like fold it out and then you fold it up and then out and then up while you like said some sort of like poem or like your name, and then whichever one it landed on, there's like a number and you picked a number and then you folded it up and that would tell you your fortune. Yeah, you get it. Yeah, you remember those? Yeah. This was what that was. It was a paper fortune teller that you had to print out and fold. And what you had to do is you printed it out. You had a poem. So they gave you an order, like this one at the bottom here. Green was 1 if you kind of tilt your head sideways. They gave you a poem with blanks, like blank traveler. Would you like blank, blank, whatever? And it was green. So you followed the instructions up here. You did out, GREEN. And when you landed on one, you had these words on the outside here, like these words. And you had to pick which one of those words matched with the poem. And once you picked which one matched with the poem, you opened it up and it had these letters on the inside. And so you just picked the letters that matched the color. And that's what ended up, you repeat that for each of the colors and that ended up spelling a word. And that was, Benny seeks help to see how the future will unfold. Whom does he consult? It was the Oracle. Which would make sense. Oh, it was relatively simple. Financial planning. That one was just a big ass crossword. That one was, you just did a crossword. That one was just a crossword. And then a couple of the clues mentioned you were supposed to, like, that this was the nth letter in the word, like this was the third letter in the word. This one's the fourth letter. Like if I go down here, that's a bad one. This one contains the letter in positions 3 and 8 in the answer. And so you were able to, as you filled in the crossword, figure out what the answer was. However, there was one hiccup with it. There was one clue that said this is what you have to do to get the answer. And it was rotate 13, which is rotate all the letters by 13 positions. So like A is the first letter, you swap that with the 14th letter. B is the second letter, you swap that with the 15th letter, and so on. And that would give you the answer. That one's kind of, it's just a crossword. You got tarot card out of it. How to be presentable. This one, Nadine thinks we need to be presentable, but we're not quite there. We're not sure if we need to add or subtract, or maybe even add to subtract. What do we need anyway? 2 different lists of words. What we found with this list of words was that the list on the right, if you added a letter, you'd get something on the list on the left. For example, male, if you took man and you added the letter, where was it? Oh, man is not a good one. What was it? I have to remember one. Oh, insignia token is a badge. If you added an R to the end, it made badger, which is a mustelid over here. And that's an example of one of them. But yeah, you just kind of repeated that. Or like this one right here, son of Ares, which is Thor. You added X to get thorax, chest. You just repeat that process, figuring out what letters you need to add to get from the right to the left. The right to the left. Those letters that you added then spelt out once you anagram them, they spelt out what the answer was, which was deodorant. And not anything too special in there. Some of these last puzzles were not as fun as some of the first ones. Why is there a W in the answer? Because I'm a winner. This one was the meta puzzle, combination of all the other ones. But basically, you're supposed to take all the previous answers and like fill them into these rings, and it gave you clues as to which of those previous solutions fit into which rings. It's like the middle answer alphabetically from this part fit into there, and so on and so forth. And then you're able to put them into this like safe. And then you had to twist the words around like a safe to get, so that way this one lined up to make a constellation, that one lined up to make a job, so on and so forth. And then those arrows. How long did this take you guys? 10 hours. 10 hours. This was a 10-hour adventure. But yeah, the ones with the arrows, once you line it up so this made constellation, that made a job, the ones with the arrows actually lined up to give you what the answer was. And the answer here was that left the door ajar. Right, what didn't he anticipate? Oh, he left the door ajar. For 3 meta puzzles. Yeah, so that was both halves of the thing there. Oh, jeez, I hate Windows. Hold on. I'd take care of something real quick that popped up. Nope. Dang. Windows is just being mean to me right now. Downright malicious, as they say. There we go. All right, cool. Anyway, where was I? Yes, so that was the 2 meta puzzles. And the last puzzle, there was a meta puzzle, which you took the answers from the 2 meta puzzles and you did a thing with them. And I think this is one of the cooler ones. I really love this one. This one in the middle here was the meta puzzle. The Detour de Force. And you were given this wonderful grid. And a bunch of these footsteps and a bunch of clues for crossword words. Well, the crossword clues were easy enough to figure out. You can reunion attendee, that's alumnus, crowdsourced fair, that's a potluck, etc., etc. 3 meta puzzles, yes. I reread that twice. That's how good at reading I am. But you had this thing up here, and you had especially this deflections with this like box, and then there's a right, and there's a left, and then a box. This took us a while to figure out. We knew that we had to take the answers from the previous puzzles and fit them into these boxes, but we weren't sure how. Well, the previous answers were by swiping right and left the door ajar. Well, by swiping right, right's at the end, which is the same as this right at the end here, so it should be by swiping right. Left the door jar was the other answer, so it's left, if I can not stand in the way, left, and then the door ajar in the box. Okay, that's cool. What does that mean for this? For this grid and these words? Well, if you took the words and you said like alumnus, well, some of those letters appeared in by swiping in the first box, and some of those appeared in the second box, the door jar. If it was in the first box, you turn right. If it was in the second box, you turn left. And what you would find is you start at the footprints, you start with A for alumnus, and then L like turned left, and then the next one like went straight. And you would find is after you wrote the word alumnus by turning left or right with each square, down here, put A, L, U, turning left or right based on which box it appeared in, you'd end at another box with footprints. And that's where you'd start the second word, and you did potluck, and then you stop at another box with footprints somewhere else, and then keep on going until you filled out this entire grid with letters and ended up here. Now the fun part the funny part was there were times where your path overlapped. Every time you overlapped, it was the same letter both times you overlapped. So some of these boxes had the same letter twice when you filled it out. If you took all the letters that had the same letter twice when you filled it out, let me actually pull that up because I have that saved. Hold on, let me pull it up. When you fill out the grid, it looked a little bit like where is it? It's in if only I could sort these by time. Here it is. Open. This is what the grid looked like. Boom. That is not what the grid looked like. Never mind, I don't have it saved. Basically, some of the grids had the letters twice when you went through the whole path. If you took all those letters that appeared twice, it would spell out a word. What was that word? Or words? Candy Crushed. And that was the answer. That was the answer. That was the final answer, and then we were done. After 10 hours, that's how I spent my Saturday. I was so tired, and I went to bed. Good night. Did I see the story? I didn't read all the story, TBH. What's up? Hello everyone, welcome. I'm BK. I just finished explaining my Saturday and the fun puzzle hunt I did. It was really cool. They're fun. You get to do a lot of cool stuff. That was the MIT puzzle pre-hunt. The actual MIT hunt, which is, this was 12 puzzles. The actual hunt is like 150 puzzles or something like that. So, you know, it's a lot bigger, and your teams are much bigger too, because we did this with a team of, some people came and went as we went on, but it was an average of 4 people. Our team for that MIT puzzle hunt in January is, you know, upwards of 100 people. So you see the story, GN. Yeah, I saw the epilogue. I didn't really read it deeply though, because I was kind of distracted with like other stuff. But yeah, that was the puzzle hunt. That's all I have. Oh, it just explains the answer? Oh, that's so smart. I like it when they explain the answer. Anyway, that's the stream for tonight. Thank you guys for watching and joining me on naming things in the VR museum and my explanation of the MIT puzzle pre-hunt. If you enjoyed the stream, make sure you turn on notifications for the next time I stream. Hope you guys sleep well on this wonderful, I mean, is it Saturday? Is it Sunday night for most people? Nighttime for most people. So yeah, sleep well. Have a great week, and I'll see you probably in a week or so. Bye-bye, GN. Oh, thank you for the bits, by the way, Rarebun. I appreciate it. Huge BK fan. I'm a huge BK fan, too.